Howdy, it's Ben and or Bookish Bear, and I'm going to do a March wrap-up video and kind of a book haul of what I got in March. March was a weird month for me. I'm sorry I didn't make many videos at all. I started a new job and have a really weird schedule, so I'm trying to get used to that, and most of my free time is used doing other things now that I have a job, so I'm trying to figure out how to work all this stuff in, and then my brother got married, so that was a weird, busy weekend. So I didn't really read much in March either, which is kind of lame. So I'm hoping to read a lot more in April. So like all my other videos, I'm going to start with what I'm currently reading, which is Pride and Prejudice by Jane Austen. There's not a lot I can say about this book that probably hasn't been said or that you don't already know. Most people probably read it in high school and stuff. We didn't read any Jane Austen in high school just because we did a program where we chose what we read. And Jane Austen has never been something that I've been particularly interested in, mostly because I'm not very into like period stuff. Most books, movies, all that kind of stuff that isn't set in current or recent past, I just don't have a big interest for. So that's the biggest reason I haven't read any Jane Austen before. I decided that it's kind of lame to call myself a book nerd and a feminist and never have read Jane Austen. And Pride and Prejudice was mostly recommended as a good first read for Jane Austen between this and Sense and Sensibility. So maybe I'll read Sense and Sensibility later this year once I finish Pride and Prejudice, because I'm enjoying it a lot more than I thought I would. It is, it's pretty entertaining. It's a lot of, I was talking about this with a friend the other day, it's a lot of drama, just drama made out of nothing. Like, oh, this new guy moved here. There's a lot of drama surrounding it. So, but there's nothing else to do back then. So, but besides make drama and dance, apparently. So, there you go. But yeah, I'm really enjoying it. So, hopefully I'll finish. I'm about 100 pages in. About 200 pages left. Hopefully I'll finish it within the next couple of days. The other book that I'm counting as currently reading is because I took it with me to my brother's wedding and started it. I read like the foreword by Mark Costello. This is Signifying Rapper by David Foster Wallace and Mark Costello. I'm interested in read David Foster Wallace has to say about rap music, because I'm really interested in rap music and I love it a lot. And I'm interested in David Foster Wallace as well. I don't know a lot about Mark Costello, but this sounds like a really great book. I was going to order it and realized that I maybe let a friend borrow it, and they did. And also kind of coincidence where I didn't need to order a book to read it because I already owned it, but I had lent it to someone and then forgot about it, which is something I often do because I have really bad memory. So yeah, that's also what I'm kind of currently reading. I haven't really gotten into it much, so hopefully I'll finish that soon as well. Disclaimer, I look a mess and probably sound a mess. My voice probably sounds pretty different or deeper maybe because my allergies are a disaster. Just absolute disaster. I feel crappy all the time because of allergies, so sorry about that. Then I went to Half Price Books, and I didn't finish any books in March. I think I finished Bad Feminists by Roxane Gay, which for the most part I enjoyed, but I think that's the only book I finished in March. I didn't read anything else, so I'm a really bad book nerd. It happens. I'll catch up later, but whatever. So then I went to Half Price and just couple days ago actually, and found a few things. So I got this really cool version of Frankenstein. I don't know if you could see. It's like this really weird, it says Scholastic Book Service. It's got a creepy synopsis on the back. A monster has been loosed upon the world, superhumanly strong and humanly vicious. Its adventurer knows he must find and destroy it, halt its career of terror and murder. But as Victor Frankenstein, the mad scientist, pursues his monster through the night, he hears the echo of its fearsome voice. You are my creator, but I am your master. So yeah, I don't have a copy of Frankenstein. I wanted to get the original manuscript version, but then this was just too cool to pass up. So I haven't read Frankenstein since high school. This is a really cool, weird version of Frankenstein, so I'm stoked about that. The next thing I found is they had a bunch of Wendell Berry's stuff. And Wendell Berry is one of those guys that I hear a lot about, and I have friends who are really into him, but I've never read anything about, or I don't know a lot about, and I've never read any of his stuff. It looks like this is a collection of some short stories, fiction stuff, and I really want to actually read his essays after talking to a friend about it and about him. I think he kind of came on my radar. Nick Offerman of Parks and Recreation fame and just general awesomeness mentioned him as his favorite writer, and that made me want to read some Wendell Berry. So I don't see it in stores very often. So when I did, I decided to just get one and take a chance. I wish that I had gotten some of the others, because now I really want some of his fiction or his nonfiction essay stuff. But yeah, hopefully I'll get to this soon. And then in February, I got the first book of the Mad Addam trilogy by Margaret Atwood for my birthday. And then I found this one at half price, which is the third book. Put it over here so the light's not on there. And I was pretty stoked to find it for less than normal. And so I bought it and then figured I would want to read it, so ordered the second book from Amazon. So now I have the whole Mad Addam trilogy. I was stoked to find the version that matches the one that I got. I don't know if there are other versions of these covers and books, but I was stoked to find the one that matches the one that I got, and then so I ordered the one that also matches, because I'm crazy about having the matching set. So now I have all those, and I'll probably read those soon, if not next, after Pride and Prejudice, because I'm pretty interested in seeing what those are about and stuff. The other stuff I got in March is a few comic books that I wanted to show. Now that I have a job again, I'll probably be buying more comics again, and I kind of buy too many comics, so I'll probably separate those videos later if I get caught up and start buying comics again. But for now, I'm still buying only a few a month, the really important ones, the ones that I really want to read. I found a really good deal on the second and third issue of the second volume of Lopper. If you haven't read Lopper, then I just kind of feel sorry for you. Lopper is freaking amazing. It's just a really good book. It's beautiful. The guy who does the colors, his name is something Belair, but he's amazing. Like, the colors in these books are amazing. Andrew McLean, he's the guy who draws and writes them. They're just really, really good, like, kind of fantasy stuff. The dude, Lopper, he just, he likes to cut people's heads off, so that's why he's called the Lopper. But it's a lot of really cool fantasy world building, just really awesome. The second volume, it's a quarterly, so it comes out 4 times a year, and they're like double-sized issues. I have all of them but the last one, which I need to get. There's always really cool variant covers, so that's him just kind of cutting someone's head off. It's super metal. I think Azret did this one. So, no, that's wrong. So, yeah, Lopper, it's really awesome. I was really stoked to find 2 issues for just really cheap on eBay. So I got those, even though I probably shouldn't have, and now I have them. I have to get number 4 of this, the Crimson Tower series, and I think the trade actually for the Crimson Tower comes out soon. And the first one, I have all the first issues, single issues, and then I have the trade because it's just really good to read. The other stuff that I got as I ordered, Wicked and Divine 34. I like that it's kind of back to the head covers from the first volumes. Pretty awesome. And then actually I got 2. I got the variant, which is the wraparound variant, which is all the gods. Wicked and Divine, I can't say enough great things about. One of my favorite comics being published right now, if not my favorite comic being published right now. It's just really, really good, really diverse cast and characters. The writing is always keeping you on your toes and devastating you mentally and physically. This is really good. It's really, 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 really good. 35 comes out tomorrow because I'm recording this on Tuesday. So I'll probably have to go get that. The other thing I got is I wanted to catch up on Marvel's 2-in-1, The Thing and Human Torch 2 and 3. So this is kind of Ben Grimm and Johnny. I'm a huge Ben Grimm fan. He's my favorite of the Fantastic Four, hands down. I like the Fantastic Four. They're not my favorite team or anything like that, but I really, really like them. Chip Zdarsky is writing this, so it's pretty good. Lots of good quips going on. It's not as quippy or full of Easter eggs as like Sex Criminals or Howard the Duck was. Zdarsky's run on Howard the Duck is really good. He's also writing Peter Parker. Is it Peter Parker Spectacular Spider-Man, which I haven't gotten or read yet, which I'm pretty stoked about reading. But anyways, so this is just Ben and Johnny. They're kind of on a quest to find the rest of the Fantastic Four and find out what happened to Reed and Susan and the kids and where they're at or whatever. The infamous Iron Man, so Doctor Doom as Iron Man shows up quite a bit in these books, and I'm a huge fan of that concept. I'm a huge Doctor Doom fan. Love Doctor Doom. Love Doctor Doom as Iron Man. The infamous Iron Man book is great. So, yeah, those are the comics that I got in March. Really slow reading month for me, March. So hopefully in April it will be a lot better. But that's kind of what I picked up in March, and that's a March wrap up. If you would like to talk about any of these books, comment below and we can have a discussion about them. And if you haven't read Lopper, go get it. Thanks for watching. Bye.